In this episode of Kids Podcast, I am honored to share wisdom with you about leading kids in your church and in your home. Dealing with kids is hard work, and I'm praying that we add some tools to your tool belt today. So let's dive into today's topic. Welcome to another episode of Kids Podcast. My name is Ron Gale, and I'm your podcast host for today. And in this episode, we're talking about working from behind a desk. That's right. This is a 3-part series. In this first episode, we're talking about hard truths. In our second episode, we're talking about hard work. But the final episode, we're talking about smart work. And in this series, we're kind of focusing on this idea of man, I'm awesome on the stage. Boom, I'm killing it with kids and teenagers. I'm a rock star when it comes to working with young people. But man, I'm rubbish when it comes to working from behind a desk, being organized, being administrative, being coordinated. Yes, all that kind of stuff. And so let's dive in today because this is a big deal. Boom. Okay, so here's the hard reality. I've talked to a lot of pastors. I've had a pastor sit in my office cry about how he just got fired because he was not organized enough. I've taken on interns who were grown adults who had a full-time job, who were on the chopping block, and they needed to be mentored on how to be more organized in the office. One of the common things I see in the field is young leaders who lead young people, but they're in trouble. Their job is in jeopardy because they're not organized enough, administrative enough. And so that's why this topic is on the table, and I want to talk about it today. And again, this is a 3-part series, talking first today about hard truths. Next week is going to be more about hard work. And the final episode will be about smart work. So let's dig in with today's episode. We have 4 hard truths that I want to cover. Hard truth number 1. Hard truth. And as in, if we can come to terms with these truths, this will help a lot. This is like a prerequisite. If I can understand this as the baseline of how I approach what I'm doing, this will help me to be successful. Even if I don't agree, at least hear the points. All right. Hard truth number 1 is this: church is a ministry and A&D, a job. Yes, I said it. Church is a ministry and work. Church is a ministry and a business. I have a contention for this. The reason I believe this is because if the church messes up with its people, well, the people don't come back. If the church messes up with its financing, well, it goes broken. If the church messes up with something legal, well, we get in big trouble. If the church messes up with compliances, well, we get in big trouble. We get fined. There are many situations in the church world where if we mess up, the doors are liable or at jeopardy of closing its doors forever. Forever. Mad points if you know the reference to that particular bit. Yes, I believe that. With an accounting department, with an HR department, with a hiring and firing process, with, yes, protocols, procedures, working manuals, the list goes on. It's going to be very hard to talk me out of this particular truth. But more importantly, if you are someone who is on the chopping block and you're struggling to work from behind the desk, these hard truths are not about what's right and wrong. These harder truths are about adjusting your mindset so that you can be more successful. And if you can be thinking about church as a business, it will help you understand what is actually happening in the church. Yes, I believe that church is ministry. I just also believe that it is real work. And in real jobs and real works, there are real consequences to our actions. There are real departments that deal with accounting and behavioral issues. There's real HR topics, right? And so, hard truth number one, your job at your church is both ministry and a job. Now, if you want to learn more about that, just look back in the archives, look up another episode. I have one episode that focuses a lot on this particular detail. So I'm going to stop there and go into hard truth number two. And hard truth number two is that my lead pastor is my boss. Here's what I mean. My lead pastor is my boss before he is my friend. My lead pastor is my boss, not my friend. My lead pastor is my boss. Anything other than a friend? No, I'm not saying he cannot be a friend. Because if you have a really good lead pastor, he will be friendly with you and he can befriend you. But my contention on this is when push comes to shove, your boss is going to choose his career and his family before he chooses his friendship. My contention on this is if you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, he's not going to sweep your words under a rug. He's going to have to consider how your words have affected 100, 200, 300 people. If you go and touch a child the wrong way, he's not going to turn a blind eye. He's going to have to consider the legal ramifications that will affect the organization if he doesn't take action. So, the hard truth is, your lead pastor, he's your boss. If you treat him like that, it will help you in the long run. So let's review. Hard truth number one is that your church is a ministry and a job. Hard truth number two is that your lead pastor is your boss. Hard truth number three is the 1-to-6 ratio. It says this, that there's one of you and there's at least 6 other people in the world that can do what you do equally, if not better. Let me repeat that. The 1-to-6 ratio. There's one of you. There is at least 6 other people in this world, somewhere, that can do what you do equally, if not better than you. That's great. You're awesome on the stage. It's great that you're an awesome speaker. It's great that you engage the kids. I'm confident that I can find 6 names from somewhere on this planet that can do what you do, the same way you do it, the exact way you do it, equally as good as you, if not better. There might even be more, especially if you're not that good at what you do. So, don't think too high of yourself. You are replaceable. Let's review. Hard truth number one. So church is a ministry and a job. Hard truth number two is my lead pastor is my boss. Hard truth number three. There are at least 6 other people that can replace me, which means I'm replaceable. And let's go to the final one. Hard truth number 4. The big picture is more important than the small picture. The big picture is more important than the small picture. Let's talk about that for a second. A lot of times we enter, let's say our Wednesday nights, and we're planning our service, and we're doing our thing, and we got all the details in. The game matches the message. The songs are just right. The games that point to the right things, and the kids are responding. We're engaging. There's an altar call. People are getting saved. It's so good. It's so good. So good. That's small picture. That's actually really small. It's small because it's a one-day thing. That's a piece of the puzzle. That's a piece of your organization. The big picture is 5 years from now. 5 years from now, what do we see? 5 years from now, do these kids still love Jesus? 5 years from now, are these kids called into ministry or into a field that allows them to represent the gospel? 5 years from now, are they still following Jesus? Are they still even coming to this church? 5 years from now, where are you in correlation to all this? The big picture is more important than the small picture. And I think a lot of times we kind of approach our Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights and we're like, oh, I did so good, or oh, I did so bad. who cares if he did good or bad? I think those who have been in ministry long enough or seasoned enough don't look at how good or bad they did tonight. They look at how tonight has affected the 5-year plan. And if one more is going to add to the index fund. That will preach, bro. I'm saying the big picture is more important. So let's review. Number one of hard truths is that the church is a ministry and a job. Number two, my lead pastor is my boss. Number three, there are 6 other people somewhere in this world that can replace me at any time. And number 4, the big picture is more important than the small picture. If you've got questions, I can help. I might not know the answer, but I have mentors too. I have friends, and together we can figure it out, and I can point you in the right direction. Until next time, my guys, I believe in you, and I believe that you have what it takes to help us lead these small people to become contributing members of society, awesome, big people that love the Lord. So hit me up. Until next time, everybody say, bye, Pastor Juan. Thank you for listening. Smash those like buttons, turn the bells blue, or whatever the kids are doing these days. At the end of the day, our goal is to raise little people to one day become big people. You can find older archived podcasts on our YouTube channel and support what we do at rongaleministries.com. Enjoy!